know, pull a few strings or that.
Look, if she can bloody well wangle her way out of here, good luck to it. That's the luck of the draw. Now, will you kindly drop it?
Bea, look, you've got to understand. I'm sorry, but there's no way I can get my friends to help you. They're breaking their necks trying to get me out as it is, so please don't spoil it for me, please.
When I ask someone to do my talking for me, it certainly will not be these two.
You didn't ask them to see me?
Oh. I need some fresh air.
Me too.
Blabbermouth.
After what Vera said, I thought you might have put them up to it.
Look, I accepted my lot a long time ago.
I believe you used to be a hairdresser.
Oh, yeah? I got up as far as perms. Not for the blue rinse set either.
Haven't you got anybody that could help you?
Yeah, I've got a friend. He might wait 10 years for me, but I'm not pinning my hopes on it. He's been banned from the prison. Look, whenever you get out, would you do me a favour? Would you look up Ken Pierce and just say good day?
We'll hold off for a while, but if those politicians try dragging it out for months just to get political mileage for themselves, then we won't wait. We'll go in boots and all.
I think it would be better if you didn't talk to the press at this stage as well.
Yeah, OK. We're not in it for the glory.
Now, you said something about books on the phone.
Oh, yes, we've been collecting a few books for women's prisons, if you're interested.
Oh, yes, our library's not at all well equipped.
I'll arrange to have them delivered tomorrow, then.
Fine.
How many are there?
I haven't exactly counted them, Miss Bennett. About 4 large crates.
It'll take weeks to sort through that many books.
Oh, I don't think you need to check them all, Miss Bennett.
There could be material that's totally unsuitable for these women.
Believe me, Vera, when you're inside, nothing's unsuitable.
I don't think
Look, we've been pretty careful. And we've covered the whole range. We've gone from beginners through to something a bit heavier. There's fact, fiction, educational books, you name it.
It sounds marvellous. In fact, we have a couple of women who are interested in furthering their education at the moment. This will be a great help.
What do we know about, Lizzie? I mean, we've got to get into something that we know something about.
Well, I'm a good cook.
I'm trying to be serious here, Lizzie. Hi. Who are you?
Hey, we'll get into strife. We're not allowed to talk to strange men.
I review ladies know Jackie Nolan.
Yeah, what about it?
Just pretend I'm not here. Doing a follow-up story on it for the Verity.
Oh, the Verity. That's a real good paper. I know that one.
Thanks. Now, what can you tell me about Jackie? Have you heard anything about her getting out?
Yeah, but she's not the one that you should be writing about. Do you know B. Smith?
No, look, I'm only interested in Jackie Nolan.
Oh, you wouldn't be if you knew B. She's the one who deserves to get out.
Look, can't we stick to Nolan, please?
Look, if B knew all the same people as Jackie knew, well, Jackie's even got a screw on side.
Yeah. And if B hadn't been so unlucky when she was trying to escape, she would have been in the same position. She would have been real respectable, had a business of her own and got to know all the right people.
What's with her?
Oh, she's keeping the low profile. She's frightened they're going to ship her off to Barnhurst.
You think Tracy's going to be okay there?
One prison's much the same as another.
Oh, sure. After what she told us with screws like that wandering about?
Yeah, but her old man's marrying her, Screw, remember? They'll give her a wide berth.
Hey, B, we've just come up with a real good idea to get some publicity for you.
What are you on about now, for crying out loud?
Come on, B. Just listen and see what you think.
You know how we do a pantomime every year for the kids in the nursery? Well, there aren't too many in there this year, and I thought if we asked Davo, we could do it to some other kids, you know, like from an orphanage or a home, and we could say it was your idea.
You're off your rocker.
No. Why don't you take out a full-page ad in the paper? B. Smith, Mother of the Year. The parole board would love it.
Yeah, and we'd be doing them poor little kids a good turn.
Look, I'm not going to let a bunch of hard-done-by kids come in here to watch a bunch of crims make fools of themselves.
Why not? The men's prisons do shows for people.
Yeah, well, do what you like, but just leave me out of it.
Smith, the governor wants to see you.
What, in the middle of breakfast?
Come on. It can wait.
I'd better be here when I come back, Lizzie.
Well, Davo's up early. I wonder what's up.
Maybe something good's happened.
Yes, I do realise how serious it is. But it would be pointless the PRG making a statement now. It would only add to the problem. Well, if you could just wait until I get back to you. Thank you. Goodbye. Smith, I demand to know how that came to be in the paper. What could you possibly hope to achieve for yourself?
Oh, hell.
In my opinion, she did it out of spite.
Oh, now hang on a minute.
Don't you realise an article such as this could ruin any chances Nolan had of a fair hearing?
That was the intention, though, wasn't it, Smith?
I didn't give them this. I knew nothing about it.
Then how do you explain that you quoted in practically every paragraph?
Well, how the hell should I know? Look, no matter how I feel about someone, I wouldn't stoop that low.
Well, someone must have spoken to that reporter. Do you know who did? Or passed out a message?
I've been inside all day. Why don't you just check?
Nothing goes on around here without your approval.
Well, this time it did. I had nothing to do with this. I swear it.
Very well, Mrs. Jackson. Take her back, please.
Look, it's just a cheap rag, Mrs. Davison. No one's going to believe that rubbish.
You'd be surprised. I think that's probably done quite a lot of damage, with or without your knowledge.
You're not going to let her get away with a lame excuse like that, are you?
She knows what it means to be released. I don't think she's responsible. Erica Davidson. Yes, put him through. Ted Douglas from the department. Yes, Ted, how are you? No, I've no idea, I'm afraid. But I will be putting a report into the department. Yes, one of my officers did know her on the outside. No, I am not prepared to give a name. Because I assure you, what was contained in that article was complete fabrication.
You're nothing but a pair of bloody drongos. Now, I don't know what good it's going to do, but you're going to tell Mrs. Davison the truth.
Yeah, but we never said any of them things, honest, B, and we never said you said them. We didn't mean to hurt Jackie. We just wanted you to have a fair go, same as her. You couldn't have heard us right. And how are we going to tell her?
Well, if I'm any judge of Piranha, it'll be done for you.
I thought you'd be interested to know you made the front page of Verity, Nolan.
What do you mean?
Somehow the paper found out that certain prisoners don't think you should be released. I don't know the details, but apparently they feel you're as guilty as they are. And if they're to be punished, so are you.
They wouldn't.
I just thought I'd warn you not to get your hopes up too high about your pardon.
Oh, my God, no.
Erica doesn't have to give your name to the department. I mean, she's the governor, and they just have to take her at her word.
It's not going to help Jackie, though, is it?
I know, but it's only one paper, and everyone knows the sort of sensationalism it prints.
This gentleman would like to see Nolan. He's seen her already this week.
I'll get her.
Do you mind checking the rest of these for me, please, Mrs. Barry?
Oh, not at all. I've taken a speed reading course.
Sign in and I'll take you through.
Thank you. Wentworth was responsible for this mess. So it's only fitting they should help get Jackie out of it, don't you agree?
Well, that depends.
Look, Vickers is still going to approach the party this afternoon. Now, it's already been implied that it's just a political platform, so the longer he leaves it, the more the press are going to be asking questions. And we can't afford to get things blown out of all proportion. Now, we've still got a 50-50 chance if I can make the papers this afternoon.
50-50. Why don't you try a 10% chance? 1 minute I'm prepared to stay here for years. The next you tell me I'm practically out, and now we're back to square one.
You're not. Now, I need some information.
On what?
B. Smith. If I can discredit her, then everything that appeared in the papers this morning just looks like a personal vendetta against Jackie. Might be able to make use of that statement.
Well, Smith had to have a hand in this.
Look, I can get the information somewhere else, but that takes time. And I've got to make the press before that meeting.
Oh, Mrs. Davidson. Lizzie and Doreen would like a word with you.
I don't have time right now.
But it's real important, Mrs. Davidson.
We'll be in my office in an hour. Where's Mr. Fletcher?
Oh, he's supervising a visit. Now, what about those books? The crates have been checked. Do you want them taken back to the library?
Yes, please.
Oh, good. Well, you two have got an hour or two to spare. How about giving me a hand?
Got a sore back, Mrs. Barry.
Oh, and I'm too old to be lugging a lot of books around.
Look, I'm not asking you to lift the crates. We do have a trolley in the storeroom.
Yeah, but I must have slept funny, you know?
Yeah, and you've got to look after a crook back. You ought to be resting up, Dor.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, you'd better get back to the laundry.
Bea is going to skin us alive if we don't tell Davo now.
Yeah, and I don't suppose Mrs. Davidson will be too pleased.
She might